Hi everyone, welcome to MaryAnne's Mystic Mentions. I'm MaryAnne. Sorry, I was thinking, what side should I come across? Should I trip over that wire or should I come over this one? Welcome to your daily Sun Sign Love Connection readings. I'm starting a little later today. Had a few things to do and still have things to do. This is what the time of year is. You know, it's January, it's the beginning of the year, but it's also kind of culminating and starting like things, i.e. medical insurance, if that rings a bell with a lot of you and such. So that type of thing. But I don't want to get on that tangent. What I want to talk about is the fact that today, for the Sun Sign Love Connections, I am on the last sign of the Zodiac, beautiful Pisces, very patient Pisces, 12th sign in the Zodiac, has a little bit of energy from every other sign. You know, it's gone through all the soul and the physical aspects, and it's one of the old souls of the Zodiac. And, well, I'll talk more about that. But what I want to do is say that this is the mid-month reading. We're on January 23rd, 2001 today, 2021. And we are going to pick the highlighted connection for you, for Pisces. So I looked it up. The last one was actually Pisces and Pisces, because like I told you, that comes up. Same two sun signs are together often. I was married to the same sun sign. So yeah, it's very common actually. I'll have to do a survey sometime. I've studied for so long. For those that are new, I'm a psychic intuitive tarot card reader. And I do read the symbols and I understand the meanings, but I have a lot of messages that come through and I kind of go with my gut as well and my intuition. So I do the blend. And then the last reading before Pisces and Pisces for Pisces as the featured sign today was Cancer. So there's a lot of water and water elements get along extremely well. They understand each other. You know, they just get each other. It's the same kind of fundamental vibes and feelings and outlook in life. But without any more hesitation, let me see what the highlighted connection is for today. And it's Aries. And I love it. You know, you're right next to each other. And what's happening is I'm doing but I'll be doing the featured sign for Aries. No, that's not true. What I'm going to do is after the second time around the Zodiac wheel, for the mid-months, I do random bonus readings. So whatever comes up, comes up. And then on February 1st, I'll start back with Aries, ending with Pisces in a streamlined kind of fashion. So you know when your sign is going to be read for that day. And the highlighted is just random. It always comes up, you know, as quickly or unexpectedly for me as it does for you. So Spirit's definitely in the mix there. So yes, let's talk about that, and let me explain that for those that are new. I do 3 specific category readings, especially for the highlighted connection today. And this is with the beautiful deck called the OK Tarot deck. And I do want to say right off the bat, I always like to incorporate a little bit of astrology, but do know that Tarot definitely incorporates astrology. A lot of the cards are very connected and have symbology of astrology and the different signs and such. So that's why I love it as well. But what I will say though, astrology wise, before I get into the actual reading, is that we have the moon in Gemini. So that's a very versatile air quality and it works really well with Pisces. You know, they tend to be both dualities. There's the Gemini, which is the twins, and the beautiful Pisces is the two fish. So there's a commonality there. You're both mutable signs. So it feels it's very complementary today for the moon, which is the part of us that's our deepest feelings, our emotions, you know, our soul drives, you know, things that really, how we react and how we emotionally feel about things. The sun sign, which I read for, which is what the love connections are about, that's the day we're born, the month we're born. That is how the sun illuminates us on the very day we're born and invigorates us and gives us that incredible energy and vitality and just the ego to go forth and to make choices and to love what we love and do what we do and, you know, get along and attract people to us we want and that sort of thing. So it's a general reading, but I like to give you just the gist of what and why I think that these signs that I read for are compatible. So we have these two beautiful and very commonly seen, I might add, different elements together. Pisces is the water. Pisces is all about emotion, all about heart. You'll never meet a more sensitive, caring, vulnerable, just very, very giving, sensual, deeply feeling, and I just always like to say they're very impressionable because, they take on, they're like a chameleon, they're the mutable sign. They are very capable of changing their colors, if you will, and depending on who they're with, they kind of pick up that energy, right? They're very, very capable of that, and they tend to, all of a sudden, like I used to do with my friend, I have a Pisces rising, we were obviously best friends, and we just became each other. I don't know. We didn't look like that. I was way taller, she was shorter, but then we just became the same. The characteristics were the same, and that's what happens a lot with Pisces. And so, you might see him one day in one kind of personality, and then the next there's someone else, and you're like, whoa, that's different. Interesting. And very cool, because they're extremely creative and artistic, and they are very spiritually inclined. And even the ones looking at me saying, no, I'm not, they really are. In the realms of spirituality and astrology, you are the sign that always kind of gets, always gets the reality of the fact that there's more that meets the eye. You're in connection with the mysteries. You're ruled by Neptune, more modernly. It was Jupiter. Always kind of like I say that you're ruled by both. But Neptune is all about imagination and the obscurity, the hidden things, the things we can't always see, but we know and feel and sense are so very clearly there and a part of our lives. And Neptune is the god of the underworld. So, there's a perfect example. We see what we see, right, on this earthly plane, but there's so much more going on beneath the seas and up in the skies. So that's what's really fascinating to a lot of Pisces, and they get it. They understand, and they have knowledge about things that they don't even, quite frankly, understand why they know. That's because the saying goes, they've been around many, many lives, and so they're really comforting when you want to be able to talk to somebody and feel like they're really listening. They're honestly there for you. They take on your pain a lot of times. That's something they have to be careful of. Pisceans are at times moody, overly sensitive. Everything is definitely based on how they feel and their truest, deepest feelings. And so when it comes to love, they're just going to do everything they possibly can to make it right. They want to go with the flow, though. They want it to be peaceful and calm. And it's really hard on them and disruptive when it's otherwise. So it's a tough life for a lot of Pisces, because life isn't always fair and it's not always pleasant. But they're strong. They're amazingly strong and very capable of having their own, businesses a lot of times. I've met so many entrepreneurial Pisces with just incredible ideas and originality and things that I aspire to learn from. So there's just beauty and grace and genuine love when it comes to Pisces, and very intelligent. Oh, never mistake the intelligence of a Pisces. So there you have that, and coupled with Aries, which is the first sign of the zodiac versus the 12th. Aries is the fire. Aries is the ruler. The cardinal sign. So they initiate. They start. They begin. Spring is the season that they initiate in, and here they take away the darkness and the constriction and the barren aspects of winter that's just passed, and bring in this new, this fresh, this childlike, let's make it happen. What are we going to do now? What does this year bring? What does this day bring? That incredible, like I say, youthful exuberance that is so attractive and so beautiful to be around, especially when they're feeling the confidence that they tend to always exude and that you want to look up to and listen to, because they know things, they understand, and they will learn whatever it takes. They'll go as far as they need to go to better themselves, and they don't really think much about hesitating or taking too much time. It's kind of full speed ahead. They are the rams, and there's those, what are the horns or whatever, that just, like, it'll just push through anything, right? There's nothing going to stop them kind of attitude. So it's endearing, and it's wonderful, and it's attractive to the sensitive aspect of the water sign that is confident in many ways, but just appreciates knowing that there's this real strength that comes from the energy of an Aries, either men or women alike. There's no gender association. But you can see and feel the differences that actually really work together. And like I said, I've seen this combination many times. So in addition to being a cardinal initiator, got to have things moving, got to keep it going. And if it doesn't work, we'll try something else. I'm not interested in stopping. You were hesitated last year way too long. You had 2 months of Mars, your ruling planet, in retrograde, which was actually really good for you. And it's required for all of us. And it comes in different ways and different signs. And it was your sign. And it was a lot about relationships. Might have been this connection. If not, you really had to go inward, which is what retrogrades do, and to really sit with yourself and decide, how am I coming across and how may I better adapt, work, be flexible with this person that I love and truly want to make things work out. And of course it's a two-way street. So either things really were just so great and you thought nothing's going to break me up from this love, and you still had little bumps along the way and you're doing great, or you realized after either a short period of time or a lengthy time with a very serious connection and commitment, it just wasn't going to work. And you both are going to love each other for that realization. And that happens a lot, and it's okay. And it's all about brushing off and starting over, and that's the energy that fire signs have. But yeah, so either way, I feel really good. I feel like there's a lot of beautiful energy for the two of you. I understand that the two very prevalent energies happening are, and I'm not 100%, which is, I'm sorry to say, I obviously read it and saw it earlier today, but now I'm a little confused, which isn't unusual for me. And I'll put in the fact that we're getting our Mercury retrograde. We're in the shadow period. It affects your mind, it affects your speech, your communication, transportation and such. I just recommend that everybody kind of take it a little slower, double check everything. If you're in the midst of something, it's already started, it's always a little better. You don't want to necessarily start something. The initial real, start of retrograde is on the 30th. We have a full moon before that in Leo. It's vibrant, it's very, very complementary to the Aries energy, and it works well with the water, that spicy kind of intimacy and I don't know, just real passion comes through with that full moon. And so, yeah, there's good things coming. But today there was this beautiful, I was going to say, I don't know if it was a conjunction or a square, and I apologize. Square being a little bit more of a challenge for things, conjunction having a little more of a, compatibility to it and trine, and it's with Venus and Neptune. So there you have the Neptune that rules, Pisces, working in your favor, and Venus, planet of love, planet of, magic and passion and money and creativity and ideas and magic working together. So you might feel very inspired right now and just wanting to maybe impulsively do things like a lot of Aries can be. Go with your gut. It's always the best response to that, always the best information or maybe advice I can give. And then make it happen. Do what you got to do. I trust in your judgment. Let's read some messages for you, though. Once again, this is for the highlighted connection of beautiful Pisces and their Aries love connection. But remember, love is of all different types, and if it's not the specific connection you were thinking about today, I am reading the oracle messages directly after. You can fast forward if you'd like. And this pertains to all of the Pisces and every single connection they have. So somewhere in there's going to be a message for you. And I hope you resonate right away. Some do, obviously some not. But give it some time, too. It could happen later today, for all you know. I hope you resonate. Let's see here. So the first, there goes the throat again. The first category is always the overall energy and feelings that brought you to this reading, the catalyst, if you will. Wow, there's a lot of repeats, and this just came up yesterday, a different position. 9 of Swords. Totally understandable, but here's the best part. This is the air element. We are full into the Aquarius air sun season, and we've got Jupiter and Saturn in Aquarius. We will have Mercury in Aquarius, which is what the retrograde will be in. So, you know, each retrograde, which happened 3 times a year, sometimes 4, for about 3 weeks, sometimes less, give or take more with the shadow periods before and after. It's retrospect. It's going inward, and depending on the sign is how it's going to affect you specifically. Like you may have a specific and maybe a great amount of air element in your natal chart, which you can look up. The sun sign's only 1/12 of who you are. There's way more to you. So much more to peel back, right? And learn about. And so it's about our thoughts when it's in the air. It's about conversations. It's about double checking, making sure we didn't send the wrong email, making sure we double check what we say so we don't offend or maybe say the wrong thing unintentionally. It is about law. It's about money. It's about various things that have to do with the air element. And the 9 is the completion. So clearly there was a lot of confusion. There was a lot of miscommunication, as I was saying, only yesterday, quite frankly, because that's what we've been contending with for quite some time. I don't need to elaborate. If anybody's listened to anything, and I try to listen to as little as possible, especially now, because I'm literally exhausted, but as a fellow air sign myself, you got to pick and choose, boy. We have that control, and that I love. But this has really been, it's been a difficult time. It's been a time of real heady kind of masculine, oh God, how am I going to get through this? My mind won't stop thinking. I can't even sleep at night kind of energy, right? That's what the swords represent, you know, just real straightforward, not necessarily correct, maybe not, you know, maybe deceptive in some ways, but just, it's just overwhelming at times. And that's ending. The 9 ends that cycle, you know, and there's beautiful energy coming through. Now, I don't know about you, but I've heard some things in my small amount of time I allowed to listen to outside influences that greatly affect us, you know, whether we want them to or not. And I am noticing some progression. And it doesn't need to be fast, and it just needs to be truthful and real, and that's what we're going towards, and that's what that's about. So let those thoughts go, believe they're gone, and they will be. And know that better information, more clear, more concise, more justified, truthful, fair information will come through. And we all deserve that, especially this beautiful connection. The second category is the category of possible blessings or obstacles. It kind of covers a lot, but we'll know when we see the card. Oh my, you're really just, 5 of Swords. Second air quality, second air element, excuse me. You're really feeling the energy of Aquarius, because Aquarius is, it's the sign of the people, you know, large groups, the world, the humanitarian sign, the sign that we're in right now. It's ruled by Uranus. My goodness, Uranus is the planet of unpredictability and change and surprise and events that happen instantly that you don't see coming. Perhaps the Tower at times in the, you know, the Zodiac, or the Tarot, where it's unbelievable, where it's just, what? I mean, only yesterday this and now today this, I don't know, but it's not always bad. It's excellent at times. It's what's necessary to change your life, to transform it. Yes, we had a lot of towers last year, and we're still kind of healing from it, and we will be. But a change of thought, a change of perspective a lot of times is just what the doctor ordered for a lot of us. And that's what's coming down, that's what's been happening. And there's been confusion once again. And you know what? It's more about standing up for what you feel. Believing in yourself, you know. You're going to have some conversations that not everybody's going to agree with you. It's important to be tactful when possible. It's up to you how you come across to people, you know, and that's what this is about. Picking your battles, definitely, but knowing that not everything is just hunky-dory when it comes to trying to get to a solution. For heaven's sakes, I'm going through that. But it's the will and the determination that certainly Aries can provide for you, Pisces, and support you on if you have a little bit of issue with feeling bold enough and so forth. And then you want to definitely meditate and sit with that so that you work with that third chakra, which is the solar plexus, right? The power, the empowerment we all have. that gives us that sense of strength, right? And capability and trust, and knowing that I trust in the process, I trust in me, I matter, end of story. So yeah, you could expect a little bit of, I don't know, I know Aries that like to, you know, stand up. They're ruled by Mars, for Pete's sakes. That's the warrior, right? That's aggression, that's controversy, that's war. And depending on how and what the level that we're talking about, it will come through at times, and you know what I mean. Pisces, but you'll love them anyway, because they get over it really quickly, and they have a point to make, like everyone, and it's just a matter of, you know, being a little soft around the edges, which, by the way, Pisces, you can definitely bring out of anybody, and I think that's another reason why Aries loves and gets along with you well. So let's see if we have a third sword category in the category of finances. It wouldn't be a bad thing, because it does have to do with law and banks and institutions, higher learning type of affiliations. So let's see. And just the fact that it is Aquarius, yes, but it's also Gemini, and we do have the Gemini moon, and then Libra. So maybe you're very affected or having these controversies or conflicts with those people in your life, your family, you know, friends. I mean, not all friends see eye to eye, but we're still friends, you know. We can be different, right? We can agree to disagree, I guess is the term. Queen of Wands, there you go. In regards to your finances, your stability, your material world, the things that are practical you can feel and touch. You know, the Pisces has a lot going on up there. They need to have that grounded aspect. And the Wands are the fire, so that's the Aries. And they will show you the way, let me tell you. Or you absolutely know the way. You're very independent in your own right, very capable. But the King of Wands, I'm sorry, it's the Queen. Oh my God, that's even better. The Queen is the feminine part of all of us. The Queen does things directly from the heart with so much passion and drive and motivation. And it's about giving. It's about sharing. It's about truly caring the way most people who are in touch with their maternal and their feminine side, they just feel that naturally. It's a gift that we all have. And so somewhere along the line, something was right, something was said, needed to be said, so you could work towards this action. You know, making it happen, motivation, you know, fired up energy, you know, innovation, inspiration, motivation, all those things. That's what you're getting with this. So things are coming through. And they're coming through with kind of, I want to say, a speed and with spirit and with truth and with trust. And if it isn't money, which it could be, obviously, under this category, it's definitely about just your well-being. You know, that is what wealth is to people. It's in different categories. Money does enter into it always, but just know that things are moving and they are going to be royal. You got the crown there. It just came to mind, of course, but it's definitely that category. And why not? You know, and that's kind of how the Aries energy always is anyway. And it'll spur you along, Pisces. And it's definitely from love. So that's fantastic. So interesting. 2 swords cards. One of getting rid of this confusion a lot. You know, it's end. The next one is 10. That's the new cycle. Second is knowing there's still going to be some conversations to be had. You know, you need to find the truth. You need to find out what's working for you in whatever category that may be. And then last, with finances and just feeling stable and everything, is the Queen of Wands, which is all about forthright, spirited energy and action and motivation and making things happen. Seeing results, okay? Beautiful. I like it a lot. So those are the messages for the highlighted connection. Now we're going to go to the oracle, beautiful divinations I have for all of the beautiful Pisces and any and all of your love connections. Because we have so many, right? It's just, it's the best part about life, is to connect with all types of people. We can get along with anybody. Some a little different, a little easier, a little more passionate, a little more drama, you know. What do we like? That's our choice. That's where the sun sign aspect comes in. But I love this deck. This is the Money and the Law of Attraction by Abraham Hicks. And this is an entity that comes through and has so much incredible divine and amazing wisdom for all of us, because we're all connected. It's one consciousness, and this brings forth that realization again, reminds us, and it's about how money is energy. So let me read to you your specific message, Pisces. So I think you probably really get this. And I've known most Pisces that I've known in my life, which is a lot, are extremely good at manifesting. They just put themselves in that energy, and it just becomes them, and they're one with that, because we always co-create. We're not separated, we're co-creating, and we need that co-creation as much as we need our own, fired up higher power energy. And yours is the number 2, which is partnership. Excellent. I will tell my story as I want it to be. That is it in a nutshell. Look at this beautiful 2 hands touching. There's the dove, which is, the symbol of course, peace. And it kind of is in relation to the justice of life, equilibrium, fairness, that Libra, the air quality, tends to demonstrate and is known for in their personality trait. So, which also is a duality sign, in the latter part of my studies and understanding with the scale. So that's the equivalent of the duality in a way, and the similarity with the beautiful Pisces. So let me read to you what it says. If you let your dominant intention be to revise and improve the content of the story you tell every day of your life, it is our absolute promise to you that your life will become that ever-improving story. For by the powerful law of attraction, the essence of that which is like unto itself is drawn. It must be. And that's actually the crux of it, It's just like attracts like. What you feel and put out, you will receive. Be careful, understand that, listen, be aware. What are you saying? What are your thoughts? What's holding you back? What's keeping you confined within yourself? I will tell my story as I want it to be. I love that. Write it down. You don't have to say it. You can write it. You can, once again, feel it and meditate on it. The whole aspect of the whole Aquarian era we're in now, and will be for many years to come, is just that. It's expression. It's thoughts turned into words and connecting, and that's essential. It's so important to all of us in our own way, and it's going to grow and build and all sorts of beautiful other things. But the next oracle is the wisdom of the oracle. Simple, beautiful, by Colette Baron Reed. She's wonderful. She's a great spiritual teacher, mentor of mine that I've admired. She's been doing this for many years as well. And she's very loving. I love her. Her whole essence is gorgeous. So what is your message, Pisces? What is this specific message for you today? January 23rd, 2021 already. Whew. Here we go again, folks. Clean it up. 21. So that's a 3. 3 represents working together, growth, creative endeavors, movement, growing. It's always asking for help. You don't have to do it alone. A lot of times people have a little issue with that. I certainly have been one of those people. It's getting better. And just feeling good about that. People love to help. They truly do. So let's see what it says. 21 is, it makes sense. Clean it up. I'm cleaning up my place. I've been purging since the 5th. I started on the 5th. It's like almost 20 plus days. It's just every day. Got a big bag over here you can't see. Bag a day, put it in my car, drop it off to, the nearest Goodwill or thrift store that I'm nearby, and just let it go. Clean it up. Purge. That's so good for the mind and the soul and the heart. But let me read to you specifically, because I never actually picked that one before. It's that new. I'm still only brought this out one other time. I have so many decks to go through. I'm so excited. I love sharing this with you. Oops, did I get that close to it? I think I did. Yeah, clean it up. Well, the main meaning is getting to the core of a situation, freedom from a burden, cleaning house, sweeping away what is no longer needed. Yes! You know, I mean, New Year, whatever, it's still in the process of being new, right? And legitimately, in astrology, it starts in March with the first sign of Aries. So, you got time. You know, we're still trying to get over other stuff. I mean, be kind on yourself. And then the retrograde will slow things down, but it'll give you time to really think and allow yourself to figure stuff out, revisit, remind yourself, you know, reevaluate, reconsider. And specifically, though, for the, what am I going for? The relationship message, time to clear the air. Take a look at the side of the street. Take a look at your side of the street and say what's on your mind. Say what's on your mind, okay? It's not always necessarily going to go over great with a lot of people because people are kind of looking for a debate a lot of times. Nothing wrong with that. But anyways, you know, say what's on your mind. Sweep away the old stuff so that a spring breeze can flow through with new energy. I just told you, that's the real deal. Starting in March. The new year, more light, more, you know, just to focus on seeing the buds, seeing the seeds that had been planted from last year or even last month or this month take form, right? And that's metaphoric. It could be in any way. It's the perfect time to do inventory on your dynamic, excuse me, I'm so sorry, and see what's yours and what's not yours to clean up the relationship. Everyone brings some baggage. So sort through what you bought with you or what you brought with you and let go of what is no longer needed. Become unencumbered and your relationship will flourish. And you know what? Hello, Mercury retrograde. Gosh almighty. Every time I say, oh, I hope it has to do with that, or I don't know what to do because this is my passion. If you have not liked and you're not a subscriber, I would greatly appreciate it, even with all the stuttering, because everything is because of you. You are the reason I'm able to continue this and have more content, and YouTube loves seeing you, liking, sharing, and so forth. So if you feel it and your heart tells you to, do me that favor. It would be fantastic. And you'll see me again, I promise. But nonetheless, all I can say is I love this for you. And it's so perfect for what's going on. And mind you, with this retrograde, this is coming through for you. You will probably come across people you haven't seen in a while, maybe a relationship, someone that meant a lot to you. That's what you really need to clean up. Is it going to continue, or is it finally the time to say, done and over? It could be a beautiful reuniting. I mean, I'm not here to say either way, but it tends to happen a lot more during a retrograde. So keep your eyes open for that. And let me know. Because when you do subscribe, you can comment. And that's the thing I love the most. And I will respond, I promise. The last message is the Super Attractor Manifestation card, which is all about creating the life you want. Oops, I think that might be for you. I tend to choose the... I'll get it as best I can. The jumpers, because I feel like they have a purpose. That's kind of how I do my thing. This is beautiful. This is you, Pisces, in all of your love relationships of all types, and you know you have a lot. I am kind and loving towards others while creating clear boundaries that protect my good feeling emotions. I can't even tell you how perfect that is, because I love you, Pisces. I've known a lot of Pisces, and boundaries are essential for you because people love your light. They love your love. They love your energy. They want to kind of take it sometimes. I know it's sad, and I'm not here to bring any kind of negativity other than to say that, you know, you have to watch out for yourself always and just create those boundaries, whatever they are. We all need to, but I really feel like this is a special note for you. And I love that. And look at the beautiful kind of a, what is that, peachy, but that beautiful second chakra color, which is all about our sensuality, our sexuality, our love, our passion, our desires. You know, the reason we're here, our path. I have not picked this card, and it kind of picked you, clearly, because it fell out for you. But I like it a lot, and I hope that you resonate with this reading. I'm grateful to be here, as always, and I will be back. So from now on until the end of the year, forgive me, the end of the month, whew, I will be doing bonus readings. So I don't know what they are. Maybe it'll be you and another sign. Just keep checking back for me, okay? And take a good care of yourself. Take a good care of yourself. I appreciate you a lot. Until next time, thank you and bye for now.